guys and girls. This is the Furious known by the name of Man of Fury, aka the underdog for Underground. Back again, doing a Boku no Hero, My Hero Academia discussion on manga chapters 181 and 182. Let y'all know, spoilers will be told. Proceed at your own risk. On that note, let's go. Alright, before I start, I want to owe my fans and my subscribers an apology if y'all follow me for Boku no Hero content. I've been working lots of hours lately, so I've been kind of behind. So what I'm definitely trying to do is knock out 181 and 182 discussion in like a couple minutes. I'm just going to touch on some key points and jump right into my 183 and 184 review. The same format, hitting on a couple key points, and then next week I'll be back up to speed doing my double review for 185 and 186 with full discussion on every single point, so please bear with me. So far as with 181, we see that the finale or aftermath of the fight between Deku and General, as we see Ectoplasm and Hound Dog like looking for the disturbance they have in the sector, and we see that when they arrive there, we see that General basically already done. He gave up because he's trying to protect La Brava. And one point I want to mention as far as that, because we see how extremely close it was for the cultural festival to be canceled, because we see that according to Hound Dog, because he's reporting back to Ectoplasm, he's saying, well, basically it was a disturbance. They found out that Deku was on the scene. They know criticized, meaning if it's like some type of major event happens and UA is involved, like somebody kidnap Eri, a user, and somebody like do a whole bunch of damage and the backlash come down on UA once again, how will the Japanese government take it? Will it be like major restrictions? So leave your opinion or idea in the comment section below, because I think it's not completely over between with UA and the Japanese government. So I think we probably get like something dark or a dark turn for the series. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. They know it's a fight, but basically since General gave up, it was like no harm, no foul. Let's keep the cultural festival going. And I'm going to connect this to what we seen like a couple chapters ago when Japanese government official or commissioner was talking to the principal, and he was saying basically that there can't be no more red flags or any issues with UA. And even the principal was saying that everything was on red alert, so if anything happened in the slightest, the cultural festival was shut down. And as we've seen with the whole situation with Deku in general, how Hound Dog took it, it could have went either way. It was just like this close to being either shut down and everything. So I'm just going to take it in a step further as far as a possible foreshadowing. Since we know the Japanese government right now is really on UA's top, trying to make sure everything stay on up and up, especially with all the backlash it's been getting in the media. So I want to know, is it possible in down the line in the future we're going to get like the return of the government officials like staying on top of UA? And how you think that's going to make an impact if we do get the government of Japan on top of UA in like the upcoming arcs? Is it going to be like a more of a dark turn for the series if the government want to make sure they lock down UA and make sure everything stay on up and up, or if they do get critical? And the second part of manga chapter 181 I want to talk about is at the end of the cultural festival. After that great presentation by Class 1A, we actually see Eri smile. And that is a key point to me in the story, because if we remember back in, I believe, manga chapter 170, when the Minion and Deku was talking to Eri in the hospital, we see that the influence of Overhaul was still around her. It was just like a negative shadow that was still controlling her, overhauls and influence on her. And because of that, she wasn't able to do the basic functions as far as smile and just have regular childlike emotions, because she is still under the control of overhaul mentally. And to see at the end of this chapter right now that after all the hard work Lemillion put in, all the hard work Deku put in, and plus the performance by Class 1A, and plus the play from Class 1B, and just the overall performance by everybody in the cultural festival, it stood out to Eri to the point where it's like it gave her a peace of mind to be like, I can relax, I can be free, I don't have this negative person overhaul over me no more. I could just finally be like a regular kid and hopefully live a regular life. And I think that's going to play a part in the future, because if we see Eri again, I think she will have better emotional control, and I think that's going to be beneficial for her in the long haul to be able to control her powers without having another berserker moment. And it could be beneficial to Lemillion, of course, because if she had better control of her powers, then it's possible we get the return of Lemillion. And of course, it could definitely help Deku if we get into another situation in a fight where he had to basically break every single bone in his body, and she has the ability to go back in time and erase all the injuries like it never happened. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. And the last key point I want to discuss in this review is the Class 1A performance in the Cultural Festival. And as we've seen, their performance was so amazing. It actually changed the opinions and outlooks for the other departments in the school. Because if we go back to, I believe, in manga chapter 173 and 174, when Bakugo was walking through the hallway and he felt the negative attitude of the other departments of the school because of them, because they feel like Class 1A was to blame for all the extra pressure that was on them, and plus because of what's going on outside world because of the villains. So it was kind of like a negative attitude or negative aura over the school, especially when it came down to Class 1A, because of all the outside stuff that's happening nowadays because of All Might's retirement. And in this performance, we've seen that their passion, their emotion about everything that's going on, it correlated and connected with the other departments to the point where they didn't want to cheer on their music, but they had to because how amazing their sound was and the performance was. And in the future, I believe it's going to be a positive thing, because I think as the series get a turn of darkness for the future, I believe more interaction and team ups with these other departments is going to be crucial for Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, or whoever, will be more crucial for them going on in the future. So I think that's going to be especially important now, because in the next story arc, we don't know what's going to happen. It could be something worse. It could be a more lighthearted thing. So I think something like that will be mainly helpful for them. And plus, we already got a little bit of foreshadow for that, as we found out that now more heroes is taking up like the team up role. They teaming up, forming like these superhero groups with other heroes. So we got a little bit of foreshadowing about that, where we see some of the Class 1A students talk about they are teaming up in the future, how that would work. So to see these classmates teaming up with some of these people for the other departments, if they have like quirks or have different abilities, will be definitely beneficial. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. And this is the Man of Fury signing off. A man of dreams will never die.